Welcome in, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Golf Talk Radio with Mike and Billy. So glad you're with us. It is Saturday. What is the date today? 26th? Saturday the 26th. So we are on the central coast of California. It is absolutely beautiful here. A little chilly this morning, but it's perfect. Wherever you are, hope it's the same. My name is Billy Gibbs. That guy over there is Mr. Mike Brabennick. Good morning, Mike.
Good morning, Billy.
Hey, guess what, man? This is the coolest show I think we've done in 20 years. And
I would agree.
It's a first.
For a lot of things.
And it's very special. I think it's very cool because
it's very bright and crisp.
It's bright and crisp in here, actually. And I tell you what, we've had our wives on the show separately at times before, right? I know that Josie's been on the show, and I believe Amy has too. Right. They've been putting up with us for Josie and I have been married 23 years, something like that. And you guys 20 something? Are you guys close to that? I mean, Mike, how long have you been married?
It'll be 23. We just passed 23.
So it was just about the same.
We just passed
I think
23.
it's the same.
So, Mike, your voice is such a cute little voice, Mike.
I got a
But
cute
today
voice.
in studio with us are both of our wives, the beautiful and bright, talented GTR wives. They're going to co-host with us. So Amy Brabennick and Josie Gibbs are sitting in studio. Girls, glad you are here. How are you guys? God,
Fine.
talk. These are microphones. So I'll start. Josie, how you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you.
And Amy, how are you?
I'm doing well too.
A little closer to the mic. And Mike, how are you?
I'm good. Sorry, excuse me.
So, are you
Sorry.
But you
That was
are
better.
you feeling better?
Oh, way
All
better.
right, man.
Yeah, thank you.
So it is very cool because I do remember. I know that we've interviewed Amy, and I don't know if it was on the phone or not. Did you come to the ESPN studio one day?
I did.
And Josie, you did the same thing,
I
right?
did.
And so, but not having the both of you, it has never happened before. So, guys, I'm excited. I've been nervous about it. I know Josie's been up and down about it. She's doing it because I asked her to, one, and I don't know if that's the same for you.
I did.
But it's and I know it's just probably not the most comfortable spot. Are you comfortable?
I'm comfortable.
Actually, this studio is very nice.
Isn't it?
It's big and
Yeah, it's cool.
nice.
So so it's very cool, and so we're gonna have some fun with them, and they're gonna be co-hosts. So we're gonna talk to them, and we're gonna challenge them. And they've been married to PGA pros for 23 years. I think both of us. Is it 23 for us as well?
It is.
Yeah.
So that's amazing.
You're
We're gonna-
July, right? You guys are
Yeah.
July?
July, yeah.
And we're September.
Yeah. So we got you. We nailed. We 1 point for the Gibbses.
Nice. And then February of next year? No, February of this year.
Like in a few weeks.
30 years.
That you since you met.
Then we've
That's
been together,
awesome.
which
That-
is
Wow.
insane.
No, that's very cool. Because you guys don't even look 30 years old, to be honest with you. So
We don't feel
it's
pretty.
very cool. So
Yeah.
I'm just glad they're here. So have fun with us, ladies, and we'll just ask you some questions, and we'll just go back and forth. And I'm just glad you guys are here, and you too, Mike. So
Thanks, Bill.
and before the show came on air, Mike is amazing. He sat down and he's been getting everything ready, and he was in the. I don't know if you've ever seen him in action, Josie, or have you either, maybe. So
Not like that.
So it's
That was
pretty impressive stuff when he gets down and sets everything up and gets it going.
Because I have my circles in
And
front
you
of me
have
now.
your and I
You
sit-
actually gave me a set of circles.
And I'm over here fidgeting, turning my headphones up and down, and it's basically. And in the other studio, I had one button to control, just one, and I always screwed that up, so they took that button away from me. Remember, it was one button, man. That's all I had, and I messed
It was
up.
the phone button.
Yeah, and remember I cut someone off. I don't know why I just went over and hit the
Well,
button.
there were multiple. There were like 4 phone buttons all lined up in a row. So sometimes you get excited and you push the wrong
You
one.
think I could
And you
handle
cut off the guy that was on
Oh.
hold, and the guy that we just talked
Yeah.
to would be sitting there.
You think I could handle the button?
weird
But
how
anyway,
those things
so I'm going to ask some questions. And Mike, well, you have a BM?
Yeah,
What do you got?
yeah. So
Cool.
since we have our wives in here,
Yeah,
when you guys go on trips, who usually drives?
I always do.
Okay, you
Well,
know
let me rephrase that. I want she has when I was really sick a couple times, and
Yeah.
and she through necessity or being too weak to complain.
yeah.
But she's a good driver, so it's just I feel like I don't know what to do.
We're going to die at least 50 times
Billy?
within 5
Now-
miles.
Now you find your voice. That's awesome. So yeah, well, I'm not a great
But I
passenger.
offer.
I'm not a great passenger either.
I'm just not a great. So and are you a good passenger?
I
Mike?
think I'm okay.
You're a far better passenger than I am.
I'm a worse passenger, man. I just am. And but I also wonder what to do. I feel like I need to be doing something.
Yeah.
So at least driving, because I just fidget and can't sit
Yeah.
still, as you guys know. So that's one of the main reasons. Not that I don't trust you. I know you're a good driver. I do.
Saying we're going to die is
Well,
not very
I'm a
confidence
nervous driver.
boosting.
We're gonna die.
I've had the pleasure of going through a windshield with my brother driving once when I was a kid.
Oh.
But it was a pop out. It busted my face up. It didn't shatter the window,
Yeah.
but it popped out. So
You said that though when I've been driving. There's been a couple times where he said, "Yeah, I know exactly what you're
We're
saying."
gonna
Joseph.
die.
We're gonna
You've been
die.
there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
So,
I can hear it.
But
yeah.
why do you ask?
Well, because when we were coming down here to do the show, which is this, with different time than usual, like the traffic patterns were a little different. It was like we didn't know if we were going to get here.
Yeah,
Accidents on the other side. I mean, it's just there's cops everywhere. And Amy brought up the fact that she goes, I don't know what it is. I'm getting older, man. She goes, she's just a lot more jumpy, in with the driving.
Are you driving down?
No, I
Okay.
was. And so there was a couple times on the way down where I could tell, like, I can see out of the corner of my eye, I could see her kind of getting like tense and raising up. And I said,
you know what? Handle.
yeah, you know what handle. The OS handle.
I always
Right?
have my hand on it
Yeah.
too.
Yes.
Always.
Yeah.
Yes.
The OS handle, right? And so I'm
OS handle.
I'm seeing her like uncomfortable, and I just go, I've got a pretty good cushion, right? Because I'm trying to be aware. I'm trying to be aware, like now that our kids are driving, and that's kind of what started this conversation in the car on the way down. Like Ava drives a certain way, and Noah drives a completely different way. They're totally opposite ends of the spectrum. So when you ask, like, if I get on the OS handle, when I was with Noah a couple days ago, I really
you got
grabbed the
fingerprints
handle.
in that handle.
Yeah, and then I was like, "Oh, stop!"
you seem to.
Wow.
I'm speaking to my wife. You seem to be a good passenger, or at least you don't say anything. You say busy and
Oh,
were
I
you
don't
talking,
have
or
any
you're
problems being a passenger, and I have family members that are very much like that.
Yeah.
Like my sister,
Yeah,
like every second. So pretty soon I'm
Yeah.
like jittery. What's
I'm
happening?
a bad.
That's what
She can't
happened.
I'm a
help
bad passenger.
Yeah.
I admit
Yeah.
it.
I think it'd be better if I just wore a blindfold. Have my headphones in.
I agree, but then see, I try to use the phone. Like, look up. Ah, look at what's happening. So it's pretty funny.
but see, that happened on the way down when we went to the competition last summer for Noah in San Diego. We went up to Tehachapi, so we went through Bakersfield and picked them up. And the Bakersfield listeners will appreciate this. And like, we'll just cut across
Go Arvin up to
all the way across,
Yeah.
right? So I think the whole way across, I mean, poor Amy's like, it's just flinch
I think
after
I
flinch
aged
after
like
flinch.
5 years.
I can,
So then,
Terrible.
you and I would be funny driving
Yeah.
together. So that,
well, then I started flinching, like what Josie said. Like after a while, I'm like flinching
As a driver?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not
and,
good.
And so then
Gets to you.
there was some point, I don't remember exactly what happened. We were down in like near San Diego, and the traffic was terrible. And something happened, and it really wasn't that big of a deal. But Amy just grabbed that handle and went, like raised up out of the thing. So then, as we're going along, eventually, I'm just like, chicken! And I like raise up just to kind of,
see, instigator too.
At one point, I went to grab the handle because I was sitting on my hands on
That's
purpose
what
to
it
try
was.
not to,
Well,
try not to do
so
that.
to
But
do
I
that-
reached up to grab it, and I stopped myself mid grabbed and tucked my hands
Well-
back under. And Mike says, "Oh, did they wave back at you?"
See, you're funny. But I think it has a lot to do because you don't know what the other driver. When you're driving, you're in control,
Right.
And you see the traffic and you judge yourself. At least you hope you're in control.
Right.
When someone else is driving, you don't know that. So
Right.
you're thinking, you're going to slow down or whatever. So it's all wrong. I know she's a good driver, and I've driven with you a few times. But remember the time we went to Vegas with that really fast car? Did you ever drive that car?
No, but I was the passenger for the whole.
You drove through the hurricane. Was that me that drove
That
through
was you.
Yeah.
I was on the phone doing business. Remember? You're like,
But in
you're
golf
on the-
carts, I always seem to find myself driving a golf
Well,
cart
that's-
when we play together.
That's how I was
too.
going to tie this whole thing
That's
together.
interesting.
It
I'm
was like,
always the cart driver guy.
Yeah.
I wonder why it's not a power trip.
I think
I don't
I don't know. I think a lot of the times when we play golf together and we're in carts, I just know like you have your you already have it laid out like what you're going to do. You know what I mean? Like so it's easier for me just to be the passenger and like you'll go and you're like, "Hey, we're going to go here, we're going to go there, and I just let you go." And then I know cuz we played enough together, I know when to grab my clubs and when to go to my spot so that everybody's comfortable,
Would you like to drive home?
you know?
It's your car. Okay. I like driving my car.
You know, it's really interesting. It's an interesting topic. So
I think it is, and I don't think I'm not saying any of this is bad. It's just it's interesting. Like I know that.
Have you been in an accident before?
Oh yeah.
See, this is what so have I. A couple of them, pretty doozies.
I was with my brother too.
So it's when you've been in one or something,
Yeah, I've been in one
and
as a
you're
passenger.
thinking,
Yeah.
so maybe that has something to do with it. If you've never been in one, you ever really have you?
Yeah,
You have been in one.
long time ago in college.
As a passenger?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, that's not good stuff. So
I was in one as a passenger too.
so maybe, I don't know. Maybe that's why. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think I'm a safe driver.
I do have a hard time being a passenger and sleeping in a car. I can't sleep in a car. It just the thought of, and I guess that's why I really can't sleep on a plane either. But the thought of moving that fast and like you're just kind of releasing, like you're just going to you're relenting. You're like, okay, I'm just going to fall asleep and whatever happens happens.
Well,
Like
you
that's a really difficult.
Or you
thing
wake
for
up
me
and you're
to-
almost hitting a trailer truck.
Here we go.
Oh jeez, I didn't mean it. I wasn't trying to
The
set it up
story.
like that.
It's this, I won't bring up the story, but
You just did.
we were going to die. we ended up in the center
I
of
wasn't that close
Oh,
to
you
it.
are too. I woke up.
You were
There's a
asleep.
stalled farm truck, and we were in the fast lane coming on Highway 101 down from Salinas. And I woke up from a sleep, and there we were going to hit that. At least to me, that's what it
To
seemed
you,
like, right?
yeah.
So I freaked out, grabbed the wheel, and threw us into the center of the grass area. So, whew,
Wow,
But-
really? Have you ever done the trick where one of your buddies fell asleep
they're brutal. Those
and
tricks.
then they slow down and a guy will jump on
Look
the car
out!
and the guy hits
Yeah,
the
I
horn.
hate that.
We did that once in high
I've
school.
seen
That's just
videos.
mean.
That is me.
It was one of the funniest things ever. It was hilarious.
Because I've seen videos where they had a truck towed facing
Yeah.
when they wake up the passenger.
Yeah.
Oh God! They freak out. We've seen those. Those are off. See, that's mean.
That is
I'm going to be more aware. And if you ever want to drive, well, never mind.
Never mind.
It doesn't bother me
Yeah.
Yeah.
that he wants to drive. So if he feels better as the driver, that's fine.
I will say, I do trust you as a driver. Like in 30 years, we've never had an accident.
See?
But
Yeah.
But I,
Oh no! You better let her drive
I-
home.
Can we get an
Trust
Uber
you.
home, please?
I
I don't
trust
think
you.
it
I don't
has
wanna drive
anything
either.
to do with whether you trust the person. I think it's something internal that, because like I said, I've seen it in my family, and it doesn't matter. It's inside
But your
of
family
you.
is
and-
nervous drivers
Well, don't
more
talk
so
about
than
my family.
passengers.
I don't want
You-
maybe they'll listen.
Yeah, that's a whole other show, man. We should.
I don't want to be a driver or a passenger. I think I'm going to be a homebody.
Have you
Immune
ridden it? When's the
somewhere.
last time you were in the back seat? That's trippy.
Probably-
It's been a long time.
No, she goes, well, especially with the kids getting older, or if we have parents, then she'll jump in the back seat.
Oh yeah. So when's the last? Have you done back seat recently?
Yeah, I did. And I
You
got in there.
have.
I got in there and I thought, I've never been in the back seat of this car before.
I
This
don't
is
know.
actually pretty comfortable.
Yeah, you're gonna.
They were picking me up from
leg
work
room from the car
because we had the other car in the shop. So it is interesting, if you think about people you've played golf with too, there are certain people that have to drive. Like I don't have to drive.
Mm,
And I'm not even saying that
Even at your course, you let me drive, and this
You
is
don't-
your golf cart. So
and
that's
you
a little
don't
interesting.
you don't say to me like I have to drive.
No.
But I've played with people that are like, I got to drive, and I'm just like, okay, that's fine. I don't care either
I just
way.
switched the bags around.
Is that what you know what's funny about that? I do. It's like if I'm a passenger, the bag has to be on the passenger
Yeah,
side.
it does.
I can't have it on the driver's side because it tweaks me
And
out.
vice versa, of course.
It really makes me feel weird. That's funny that you said
Hmm.
that. Like I can't have it on the driver's side.
I wonder if they charge more to the driver than the passenger. If that would flip around, if that's how you charge. All right, who's driving? $20 for you, $10 for the passenger. I wonder if they'd
That would
say
be
you're
funny.
driving. That's interesting.
That would be funny.
Yeah. I have a very fast BM. Matter of fact, I
Yes.
just squirted out.
Okay.
Obviously, I wasn't planning on being here because our last show, I announced I was going to have surgery on Thursday.
That's right.
And it's been postponed. Obviously, I'm sitting here at the show, but so it's been postponed until indefinitely. I hope that
You went to a magical healer. You went to a shaman.
I
You
went
saw
to a shaman.
Yes.
Yeah, and my knee's purple and kind of steams a little bit,
Yeah.
smoking.
Did they put garlic around your knee?
and some kind of oils, and
Yeah.
it's kind of smells
Incense?
really bad. It smells
Yeah,
like,
but it feels better,
like
doesn't
elephant fart or something.
Yeah.
but it feels better.
Wow. I haven't smelled elephant fart in a long time.
Or it's just this, but it's much better. And I walk around with this triangle thing above my knee, and it kind of floats above the knee.
Yeah.
And so I guess that helps. There's a crystal embedded in the skin.
Frankincense and myrrh.
Yeah, it was Myrrh. It was Dr. Myrrh, as a matter of fact.
Myrrh, nice.
But yeah, anyways, it's no surgery, and I'm glad I'm here. So,
well, congratulations, man. And you were walking.
And I still elevated up here today.
Did you? Okay, I was going to ask you if you used the stairs or not.
I'm going to protect it like it is injured. I have a torn meniscus, but I guess everybody has torn meniscus, right? Is that what you read?
Well, the internet indicated that many people have
torn meniscus
and don't have surgery.
And there's nightmare stories about the surgeries, and I'm in no pain or little pain.
I'll add to your story. So I saw Dr. Ryan last Monday, and we took Ava there because she wanted to go see him, which he's awesome with her. And it's really interesting watching Dr. Ryan work on her, because as he's working on her, I'm seeing what it looks like when he works on me. I've obviously never seen myself what it looks like when he's doing those different things to me.
I've seen videos of you being worked
on. Have you really?
Yeah,
he's a gentle man.
He's got warm hands.
But he does. They're very soft. He has an article where they did a placebo test group, and they did a regular group for the fixing of the knee, and they actually did the holes. And guess what?
But they never touched. They just did the holes, and there's no difference.
And guess who healed quicker?
The ones that didn't have the surgery.
Right.
I'm telling you, I'm reading a lot about this.
He was going to send it to you, and it was so funny because I was checking out. I'm not kidding you. I was checking out of the appointment with Ava, and you texted me, and you texted me about your knee.
Don't you think that's weird?
And Ava started laughing because she was there, and I was talking with Dr. Ryan, and we're talking about. And I said, you should really send it to him.
Yeah, well, I think she's great because she researches everything, right?
Yeah.
So
teachers always do their homework, right, Amy?
That is right.
That's right.
Yes, so the kids don't always do that.
And it's nice that she looks at both sides, and I've been educated by that. But it's so many people that had the surgery that's worse or nothing, like you said, and zero change, and there was a lot of reasons not to, more so than at one time it was so painful something had to change.
Yeah,
but the
frankincense and myrrh. That's where it
I wish the color of the knee would go back to normal, but I guess that's normal. And then I have a big old bump in the back of my knee now too. That's there, but I was never there. But so there's a visual. This is how my doctor explained it to me. So this is the tear here. Is when it's painful is when this one flap goes like that.
Ow.
And so
45 degrees. Oh no, that's
so when it flips over and it pinches between the bones or whatever. So, but when it's like this, there's very little pain. So as long as and quick twisting or something can get that to do that.
Yeah.
So I'm going to avoid, there's no twisting in the golf swing, right? There's no driving the legs or anything like that.
So did you book your downhill ski trip to do the slalom?
We're going to do the bobsleds instead. Nice. So we're not skiing. Josie's a good skier too. So it kind of takes it back on. So what?
I want to take a picture of.
Just rip your papers.
I don't have a paper.
We better take a break on our.
When we come back, we're going to interview the wives of GTR.
Cool.
So Josie Gibbs and Amy Brabenix.
Golf Talk Radio brought to you by TaylorMade Golf. Check out the latest M5, M6 drivers, hybrids, irons, fairway woods, and more at TaylorMadeGolf.com. We'll be right back. Stay with us.